Experience is not what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you. An intellectual is a person who's found one thing that's more interesting than sex. Beauty is worse than wine. It intoxicates both the holder and beholder. The more powerful and original the mind, the more it will incline towards the religion of solitude. Most ignorance is vincible ignorance. We don't know because we don't want to know. Everyone who wants to do good to the human race always ends in universal bullying. Sons have always a rebellious wish to be disillusioned by that which charmed their fathers. There is only one corner of the universe you can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. There are things known and there are things unknown, and in between are the doors of perception. After silence, that which comes nearest to expressing the inexpressible is music. The propagandist's purpose is to make one set of people forget that certain other sets of people are human. Most human beings have an almost infinite capacity for taking things for granted. To his dog, every man is Napoleon, hence the constant popularity of dogs. That men do not learn very much from the lessons of history is the most important of all the lessons of history. Consistency is contrary to nature, contrary to life. The only completely consistent people are dead. Technological progress has merely provided us with more efficient means for going backwards. The most shocking fact about war is that its victims and its instruments are individual human beings, and that these individual beings are condemned by a monstrous conventions of politics to murder or be murdered in quarrels not their own. Great is truth, but still greater, from a practical point of view, is silence about truth. By simply not mentioning certain subjects, totalitarian propagandists have influenced opinion much more effectively than they could have by the most eloquent denunciations. It is a bit embarrassing to have been concerned with the human problem all one's life and find at the end that one has no more to offer by way of advice than try to be a little kinder. The childlike man is not a man whose development has been arrested. On the contrary, he is a man who has given himself a chance of continuing to develop long after most adults have muffled themselves in the cocoon of middle-aged habit and convention. One of the great attractions of patriotism, it fulfills our worst wishes. In the person of our nation we are able, vicariously, to bully and cheat. Bully and cheat, what's more, with a feeling that we are profoundly virtuous. Perhaps it's good for one to suffer. Can an artist do anything if he's happy? Would he ever want to do anything? What is art, after all? but a protest against the horrible inclemency of life. The most valuable of all education is the ability to make yourself do the thing you have to do, when it has to be done, whether you like it or not. The worst enemy of life, freedom and the common decencies, is total anarchy. Their second worst enemy is total efficiency. God isn't compatible with machinery and scientific medicine and universal happiness. You must make your choice. Our civilization has chosen machinery and medicine and happiness. Every man who knows how to read has it in his power to magnify himself, to multiply the ways in which he exists, to make his life full, significant and interesting.